Hi guys, Jack Rogers here and welcome to another lesson inside of Facebook Ads Mastery, and in this video we are going to be talking about where to send your audience on your website when you run sales campaigns. So this is going to be a really important step, and for me personally, in my top of funnel campaign, so in a completely cold audience, I will 95% of the time actually send people to specific product pages. And the reason for that is when we send people to our homepage, there's going to be a lot of distractions on there, right? They might land on the homepage, they might navigate through to your testimonials page, they might go to the contact us page, they might go to the about us page. And while this all sounds good in theory because they're spending more time on the website getting familiarized with our brand, it actually takes the end goal, which is the conversion, out of focus. So for me, whenever I run a top of funnel campaign, I will essentially establish my 3 to 5 best selling products and have ads geared towards each of those specific products and send people to the specific landing page. Now, the other reason why I do this is on the ads themselves, we can dive into a little bit more detail about the individual product, where if we send people to, say, the collections all page or the home page, we can't necessarily advertise a specific product on the ads themselves. We can't pick up on the true pain, meaning we have to be a little bit broader with our messaging, which again can reduce the number of people that click through onto the landing page. So for top of funnel, I would always find your best selling products or the product that you want to advertise. Now for me, I tend to focus on my best selling products because I've already validated that those ones are the best sellers. If you haven't run campaigns before, you've never sold a product before, then I would sort of focus on a couple of your personal favorite ones. Now, one thing I will sort of say here and make it clear is what you don't want to do is just go on and be like, well, this is the most expensive product or this is the product with the best margins, and just automatically choose those ones. If you've validated that those ads are the winning products for you, then that's absolutely fine. But I've had it time and time again where people will come to me, they'll just want to advertise their most expensive product, which doesn't always make sense for a top of funnel audience. That can be quite good for our post-purchase once we've already got them to open up their wallet once. Now, just to sort of summarize this, and another reason as to why I would send them to a specific product page is because through each step of the process, so people going from the home page to the collections all page to the specific product page, you are going to have a natural percentage of people that drop off of each step, where if we send people directly to the product page, we essentially eliminate that process. So that's around sort of the top of funnel. Now, one thing I did want to sort of go into is the retargeting aspects of our middle/bottom of funnel. So if you've watched sort of the previous modules, you will know that the retargeting is going to be anybody who's visited your website or your Facebook and Instagram engagers, maybe your email list, maybe people who have watched a certain percentage of a video. This would be where I would send people to a collections all page, should I say, sorry. And the reason behind that is with our retargeting campaigns, we want to take a slightly different approach to our messaging. So with our retargeting campaign, we essentially want to focus on building trust through reviews, mitigating risk, overcoming any objections. And another reason as to why I don't necessarily focus solely on specific products is unless we have custom conversions set up, we don't necessarily know what specific product our audience was looking at before they see this retargeting ad, right? So if they see, I don't know, let's pick up on dogs, for example, right? If they were looking at dog food, then it doesn't necessarily make sense to retarget them an ad for dog beds, which is why I'll keep my messaging quite broad in my retargeting, focus on those 3 things: building trust, mitigating risk, and overcoming objections. Send people to the collections all page, and then they can navigate back through to the specific products they were looking at. So the final one to cover is going to be the post-purchase aspect. And with post-purchase, I always say that this is the best opportunity for revenue that a lot of people miss out, right? So when somebody opens up their wallet and they purchase from you, they've overcome all the objections, they've overcome the trust, and they fully trust your brand, right? And if you've got good products, which I have no doubt you do, your products will speak for themselves. And I'm a massive believer that once somebody's opened up their wallet once, they're going to be much more inclined to open up their wallet again. So with that being said, this is where I would sort of focus on my higher ticket products. So what a lot of businesses do is they'll almost have like a loss leader, or they'll sell like sample sets in their top of funnel campaign. I'm not saying that's a strategy that you need to do, by the way. And then once somebody purchases that, they get hit in the post-purchase campaign for like a higher ticket product. And in the post-purchase campaign, I would treat it very, very similarly to how you do in your top of funnel campaign, where you want to send people to a specific product page, whether that's going to be an upsell of the product they've brought, whether that's going to be a cross-sell product. So I hope all that helps. Any questions, any concerns, pop a message in the school community and me or a member of the team will reach out to you.